What's up, gamers? Welcome to the weekly Gaming Debrief, where we dissect the chaos of the gaming world. This week, lawsuits, privacy nightmares, AI invasions, and more. Let's dive in. Subnautica 2 drama. Let's start with the crown jewel of corporate backstabbing, the Subnautica 2 lawsuit. Picture this. You create a beloved underwater survival game, sell your studio to a massive publisher for what we can only assume was life-changing money, and then watch as that same publisher allegedly sabotages your sequel to avoid paying you $250 million. That's right, folks. We're talking about a $250 million earnout that Krafton apparently decided was too expensive for their taste. The founders of Unknown Worlds are claiming that Krafton engaged in what can only be described as corporate warfare, deliberately delaying Subnautica 2 to push it past the earnout deadline. It's like watching someone promise to pay you back next week for 3 years straight, except instead of $20, it's enough money to buy a small island. Krafton, of course, has fired back with their own accusations, claiming the founders abandoned the project, because nothing says abandonment like being systematically undermined by your own publisher. This is peak gaming industry behavior, people. We've reached a point where the drama behind the scenes is more entertaining than the actual games. I mean, who needs Netflix when you have corporate lawsuits that read like a John Grisham novel, written by someone who exclusively plays Battle Royale games? Roblox privacy nightmare. Speaking of dystopian nightmares, let's talk about Roblox's latest brilliant idea: mandatory facial recognition for teenagers, because apparently asking for a birthday wasn't invasive enough. Now they want your kids to submit video selfies for age verification. I'm sure this has absolutely nothing to do with building a massive database of facial recognition data from minors. Nothing suspicious here, folks. Roblox claims they're doing this for safety, which is corporate speak for "we found a new way to harvest data and we're going to pretend it's for the children." They promise the videos are deleted immediately after processing, which is about as reassuring as a chocolate teapot. Remember when gaming just required you to blow into a cartridge? Now it requires biometric data and a signed waiver from your firstborn. The best part? They're targeting this at teenagers. You know, the demographic famous for their excellent decision-making skills and deep understanding of privacy implications. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure no teenager has ever lied about their age on the internet. This is definitely a foolproof system that won't be exploited within approximately 3.7 seconds of launch. Steam's AI apocalypse. But wait, there's more. Steam is now drowning in AI-generated garbage, with reports showing an 800% increase in AI-created games over the past year. That's not a typo. 800%. We've officially reached the point where algorithms are making games for other algorithms to recommend to humans who probably won't play them anyway. These aren't games, people. They're digital tumbleweeds rolling across the Steam storefront, clogging up the marketplace like a traffic jam made entirely of broken dreams and ChatGPT prompts. Make me a game about zombies, but they're cats, and also there's crafting. Boom, there's your next Steam release, complete with asset-flipped graphics and a description that reads like it was written by someone having a stroke. The real tragedy here isn't just the flood of low-quality content. It's that actual human developers are getting buried under this avalanche of algorithmic slop. Imagine spending years crafting a genuine gaming experience, only to watch it disappear beneath a tsunami of AI-generated Zombie Cat Crafting Simulator 2025. It's like being a chef in a world where everyone's eating McDonald's, except McDonald's is now run by robots who learn to cook by watching TikTok videos. Donkey Kong's redemption arc. On a slightly more positive note, Nintendo has blessed us with Donkey Kong Bananza for the Switch 2, and apparently it doesn't suck. Critics are calling it the best Donkey Kong game in years, which is admittedly a low bar, considering the franchise has been more dormant than a hibernating bear for the better part of a decade. The game features our favorite tie-wearing ape teaming up with Pauline, because nothing says modern gaming like forced co-op mechanics. But hey, at least it's not another Mario game where the princess gets kidnapped for the 47th time. Nintendo has also announced a special edition controller with lenticular artwork, because apparently we needed our gaming accessories to have the same visual effects as those creepy pictures that follow you around the room. Hollywood's gaming curse continues. Meanwhile, Hollywood is still desperately trying to prove they can adapt video games without completely butchering them. The Mortal Kombat 2 trailer dropped this week featuring Karl Urban as Johnny Cage, and honestly, it doesn't look terrible, which in the world of video game movies is basically a standing ovation. Urban's playing Cage as a down-on-his-luck actor, which is either brilliant meta-commentary or just lazy writing. I honestly can't tell anymore. The man went from fighting superheroes in The Boys to fighting ninjas in Mortal Kombat, which is quite the career trajectory. At least he's consistent in his choice of violent entertainment. Legend steps away. On a more somber note, Julian LeFay, the father of the Elder Scrolls, has announced he's stepping back from game development due to his battle with cancer. This is genuinely heartbreaking news for anyone who's ever lost themselves in the world of Tamriel. LeFay's work on Arena and Daggerfall laid the foundation for what would become one of gaming's most beloved franchises. His departure reminds us that behind all the corporate drama and industry nonsense, there are real people who poured their hearts into creating the experiences we love. While we're busy making jokes about AI slop and corporate greed, legends like LeFay are quietly battling much more serious fights. Industry layoffs continue. And finally, because this industry can't go a week without more bad news, Virtuos has joined the layoff parade, cutting 270 jobs in what they're calling a restructuring. Because nothing says we value our employees like firing them right after completing successful projects. The gaming industry in 2025, where record profits and mass layoffs somehow coexist in perfect harmony. That's your weekly dose of gaming industry chaos, folks. Remember to like, subscribe, and question everything these companies tell you. Until next week, keep your controllers charged and your expectations low. You're going to need both.